Welcome back, New York. You're in the legal corner. Welcome back to another installment of our show. On today's episode, we'll be discussing foreclosure defense, as well as some recent developments in law and the industry itself. With me, as always, my partner, Brian Levine. New York, this is your legal corner.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Nothing on the show that's presented is to be construed as legal advice. It's for educational purposes only. Please consult with your own attorneys. Contact an attorney. Your individual cases depend on the facts and circumstances that surround them, and they should be taken seriously. With that being said, we have a great show today. If you want to give us a call, no one's going to do it but you picking up the phone. We're here. 1-800-870-6507. That's 1-800-870-6507. We're here. We're taking your calls. We're answering questions. It's all on you. And if you're listening and anything that we're talking about appeals to you or you have an opinion, we love hearing it. And there's probably a greater reason for why we're speaking about it and you're listening to it. God speaks in mysterious ways.
Absolutely. We come on the air every week. We're here to try to educate everyone. You're listening to us because you want to learn something. So welcome.
And take notes.
Absolutely. What we'll be doing today actually is...
Louis, real before you start, sorry. Had a listener. She was actually a wonderful listener. She came in with a bunch of questions. She actually took tons of notes. It was impressive. So I'm glad to know that we're actually, teaching people things.
Oh, without doubt. We've got some positive feedback as well.
And we also have the Church Tour 2012. We'll be coming to churches throughout the state, talking to your pastors as well as the congregation. You can give us a call for that and set that up at 1-800-870-6507.
Absolutely, Ryan, and I'm glad you touched up on that. Even as of this Saturday, we'll be doing some public speaking out in Brooklyn. There is a number of constituents that want to see what we have to say. On today's episode, like we mentioned, we'll be talking a little bit more in depth about the foreclosure scenario situation. Some people are involved in the situation, and some people may have relatives and family members that are going through this type of issue. So we're certainly here to try to get that information out. Try to bring everything into perspective. The first thing I would like to share with our listeners is a recent article that I came across, and that's as per the Huffington Post. What struck me about this article is the idea that we here at the Legal Corner, our law firm, the Trujillo Law Group, we are consistently trying to assess what people are going through. What happens is, as per this article, is the idea that, according to the Huffington Post, a majority of economists, investors, academics, and the likes agree that principal reduction, that is where the loan of the home, the mortgage, would be brought down to market value. They are in agreement that this could help avoid another wave of foreclosure litigation, as per them. The reason we are using this article as a perspective point is because we want to stress to all of our listeners exactly what the government's take on this is and exactly what you can do to help yourself. The idea of this article stems from a settlement that was achieved probably a month or two ago for $26 billion, in which 5 of the biggest lenders in the United States settled with the federal government. Pursuant to that, there's been a lot of rumors, ideas of what the government might seek to do with that money. Some of the rumors going around are that the homeowners are going to get $1,000, $2,000. Some homeowners that aren't falling behind yet might get some assistance. At the end of the day, all of this is great news. The idea that the idea that these homeowners might get help. The problem, for example, in this particular article, is the idea that agencies such as Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are actually opposed to any of these reductions and things of that nature, which is where we're going to move into the show. The idea that if the government is not doing more to help homeowners, what should homeowners be doing? Right, Brian? Exactly.
Well, yeah, the homeowners should be helping themselves, and that's not going to happen unless you're proactive. You need to send out a qualified written request under the Real Estate Settlement Procedure Act. You need to get involved in your foreclosure defense. You need to prepare yourself. You can't just sit by. No one is going to help you. The
And if you've been
government.
sued, you don't need to. You need to deal with it in court, not just rely on your realtor, lawyer, or some guy from left field who's saying I'm doing your mod, but yet you're not appearing in court. This show sort of ties up what we've been stressing the last couple of weeks. Be proactive. Do something about it yourself. Figure out if the people are actually trying to help you. If they're not, go somewhere where somebody wants to help
And
you.
I get heated and angry, and nothing drives me crazier. I get so angry when clients come into the office and they tell us that, they haven't done anything because you have rights. Why are you not protecting your rights? Why are you letting banks trample all over you? I hate these banks. They disgust me, and you need to stand up to them. And I can't stand up to the banks myself because I don't have the case. If the clients don't come in and choose to stand up themselves, I can't represent them. But when they come in too late, it hurts their cause. Now, you're talking about the
tough.
principal reduction. This settlement is going to provide a lot of relief. People are going to get modifications easier. There's actually a review. If you've been in foreclosure, you may have received the independent review paperwork. For
Oh
which
yeah, the
you
independent
sent minutes.
foreclosure review paperwork.
Yeah, what that is it's the OCC's independent review. The problem is that nobody knows what's really going on. There's no real paperwork. There's no real review of their procedures. So who knows how specifically they're looking into
I'm
it.
glad you bring that topic up because that's my thoughts on it are exact. The idea
It's kind of
that
disgusting.
They're saying, for example, for the settlement, they're saying there's going to be extra supervision on these servicers.
Who's supervising
That
them?
would be nice, but I mean, who's doing it? For the independent foreclosure review, I feel like they've got the information out, but I feel like nothing as much has been done with it. And I will tell you, I saw the first the independent foreclosure review application like 4 months ago. To me, the government could be doing more, and that's kind of the gist of what we're trying to stress.
Yes, because the government's not going to do it on their own. They need people to
Exactly.
push on them.
And the courts are only going to look at the scenario case by case, homeowner by homeowner. And the idea is that, of course, you want to be one of the ones to help yourself. Again, we just want to let you know this is the Legal Corner. We're at 1-800-870-6507. That number is 1-800-870-6507. We're also available at Trujillo Levine on Twitter as well as Legal Corner on Facebook.
I just wanted to mention, if you're currently getting a modification or attempting a modification or you're in foreclosure, give us a call. You might not be doing everything you can do to better yourself. If you're facing a potential foreclosure, give us a call. There's always something we could do to help.